KDB. KDB.
Beats Planet.
Come on in, come on in, come on in. It's a lovely day to be a content creator. It's a lovely day to be alive. Lovely day to be a Cowboy fan. Lovely day to be a winner, you hear me? You understand? Let's just lay some ground rules. Got a little bit to talk about today. First and foremost, nobody touched Shaq the Vikings fan. Let me tell you why. Because there's a lot of cowardice that happens in these chat boxes, right? You know? And two people that I respect is Shaq the Vikings fan and Alex the Eagles fan. They don't just show up on Sunday when the result happens, especially if it's in their favor, like some of these characters do. Shaq and Alex, respectively, they're here Monday through Friday and Sunday. We will show respect to him today as the Vikings fan. The rest of them, that's up to you. Let me go ahead and unlock my phones.
The conference has been unlocked.
I got a feeling it'll be one of them days. There's the number. I ain't got to read it out loud. It's on the screen. I'm your host, and these are my vibes.
Motherfuckers will be playing basketball in Pelican Bay when I get finished with you. Shoe program.
Those are simply my vibes. And throughout the course of the day, I'm going to tell you why those are my vibes. I watched Training Day. And it's such a correlation between what happened in the movie Training Day and what happened with our beloved Dallas Cowboys last night versus said Minnesota Vikings. But we'll get there. We're being point guarded by the best in the business.
Big Willie, let's start with you, please.
Big Willie, Master William, what's good with you, sir?
Yo. I'm here, I'm alive. I will explain to y'all later, but today it's about talking about this victory. My big bro, what's goody, man?
What's good with you, my guy?
Continue,
listen, man.
Continue.
There's a reason why that's my vibe, chat. I woke up this morning, man, and my vibe was just a little unmatched, you know? Just a little bit. Just in case you missed what I was saying, because I know a lot of people going to be coming in. The rest of y'all going to have to hit rewind and repeat, but this is how I feel.
Motherfuckers will be playing basketball in Pelican Bay when I get finished with you. Shoe program.
Well, still, I said a couple of weeks ago Benny the Butcher song. Took the money to the plug house, right?
Yeah.
You make your first 10 bands, let's applaud the brother. You deserve an applause. But if you do that about 10 times, boy, you on to something. Will Steele. I couldn't imagine, that going into that game, leaving out of that I was going to be feeling this way, right? I've run into a lot of Cowboy W's, Will Steele. It happens a lot. Regardless of what the naysayers think, I've run into a lot of Cowboy W's. A lot of them didn't feel the way that one felt last night, right? Last night versus the Vikings. This Cowboy W felt so good, Will Steele. The first thing I did was I got focused, right? The first thing I did was I wanted to protect the people in my biome. I wanted to protect my family because I understand what the national narrative is going to be. Don't forget we was watching Training Day, right?
Tell me a story. Wait.
Like my story?
No, not your story, a story. Since you can't keep your mouth shut long enough for me to read my paper, tell me a story.
I don't think I know any stories.
You don't know any stories?
No.
All right, I'll tell you a story. This is a newspaper, right? It's 90% bullshit, but it's entertaining. That's why I read it, because it entertains me. You won't let me read it. So you entertain me with your bullshit. Tell me a story right now. Go.
When you run into a lot of these networks, man, they're going to lean real heavy on the E, They don't lean heavy on the S. They're going to lean real heavy on the entertainment portion, right? And you'll walk away. A lot of it'll be bullshit. Sometimes they do well. Sometimes they'll show some film. Sometimes they'll, show you what's actually going on in the game. Randy Moss taught us how to catch one-hand passes. That's cool. But I know it's going to be a lot of nonsense for the sake of entertainment. I want y'all to stay focused, you hear me? I want you to stay focused, right? And I knew what national media was going to do. Last week, 7 days from now, Will Steele, what was they saying? Oh, shit, the Vikings. Oh, they for real, buddy. Oh, let the networks. The Vikings are for real. Why did they say the Vikings were for real? Because at that point, the Vikings had only lost one game and they had beat the Buffalo Bills. That had the national media kind of hyped up a little bit, Will Steele. So how come when my beloved Dallas Cowboys put hands all over that team, how come all of a sudden they look at those guys as if they're trash now? They look at those guys as if they're the Jets now. They look at those guys and they just, oh, well, the Vikings, they were frauds this whole time. That's not what you were saying. You want to run with this narrative because the capital E in your letter network is more important than the S, than the real information. Let me be real with you, chat. Let me be real with you. That Vikings team, and the only reason I'm saying this because it's my responsibility to keep everybody focused. I shouldn't have to say this, but that Vikings team is not the scrub that national media is painting them out to be. That Vikings team is very much so well coached. That Vikings team has a dangerous offense with one of the best running backs and one of the best wide receivers in the National Football League. That Vikings team plays very opportunistic defense with two, not just one, but two of the best pass rushers in this league. And all year, the Vikings have been getting that respect. But how come when my beloved Dallas Cowboys put hands all over the Vikings, all of a sudden they are fraud? I go back to the Vikings schedule, Will Steele. And the one loss on that Vikings record is against the Philadelphia Eagles, in which the Eagles scored, 24 points? Alex, let us know how many it was, Eagles fan. 24 points versus the Vikings. And damn, Kirk Cousins still had to throw 3 picks to get them there. Kirk Cousins had to turn the ball over 3 times to get them to that 24 points, Will Steele. But my beloved Cowboys play a complete football game. Offense, defense, kicking game. We're going to talk about the goddamn kicking game. Offense, defense, kicking game. We play a perfect game to defeat the Vikings, put up more points than anybody's put up on them, hold them to the least amount of points that anybody's put up on them, but all of a sudden the Vikings is trash. I be damn. Will Steele. Did you see my quarterback, Will Steele?
Yes, indeed.
You see Dak Prescott, bro? I was watching Training Day, by the way.
You want to go to jail? You want to go home? All right, here's the scenario. All right, let me quarterback this thing. Mark, Paul, you kick the door in. Jeff's the first one through. Roger opens fire, bang, bang. Hits Jeff twice. Our new guy, Hoyt, he's in second. Drops Roger with some fine shotgun work. Who shot Roger?
New guy came in spraying.
Paul,
Boot shot him.
What'd you guys see?
White blasted.
Dak Prescott not only quarterbacked Will Steele, but his surrounding cast responded perfectly, sir. Nobody got the damn story wrong. Nobody. Will Steele. Will Steele. Dalton Schultz, I need you right there. He was there. Tony Pollard, I need you right there. We was there. Dak was changing the plays all at the line of scrimmage and shit. Hit Tony for a touchdown on the sideline because he saw the window of opportunity there. Michael Gallup, I need you involved. Come on over here. Will Steele. You know what I love about what we did yesterday? Something we've been waiting on. I've been waiting on a proper game of Find the Scrub. You hear me?
Mm-hmm.
I've been waiting on that. Will Steele, you ain't got to be an expert to know who the goddamn scrub was. Andrew Booth was the scrub. And we went at him, Will Steele. Relentlessly. We went at him. You need to do that to be the best in the National Football League, Will Steele. You got to be relentless. All this quarterback two stuff, man, look, respect to Cooper Rush. But when you got four, you can do things like that. You can be extra aggressive going into halftime. Let me give Mike McCarthy some credit. Mike McCarthy could have said, it could have been any other team, right? If it was a team that was a little more meek, they would have said, you know what, going into half, let's take a knee, kill the clock, get the ball back at the half. If quarterback two was that quarterback, Will Steele, they probably would have took the knee, went on in at the half. Mike McCarthy said, let's put feet on the necks of these people. And let's keep applying the pressure, Will Steele. Let's keep applying, Will Steele, and that's what we did. Did you see that fucking? Did you see Dak Prescott on the sideline and CD with the goddamn place the ball perfectly? You got to be elite to do that. That's how you need to play, Will Steele. There's a certain level of aggression that you need to play with. Now, Dak didn't play out of his means. 22 for 25, Will Steele. We talked about this. We didn't get into the 40s. We didn't get in the 30s. But just because Dak didn't throw the ball 30 times, we were still aggressive. We still applied pressure. We put the foot on the necks of the ops because we're trying to be the best in the league, Will Steele. And we can be. We can be. It's unfortunate that the Philadelphia Eagles happen to be the best team in the NFC. I saw some little nonsense on Twitter. They were saying, well, but Voch, the Minnesota Vikings got lazy and they ain't have nothing to play for. They got their division locked up already. That first round bye is something to play for. But you got to be a gangster to play for that, Will Steele. You got to play the way we played last night to get that. Why? Because the Eagles are at the top, and you got to be like the Eagles to catch them, Will Steele. You understand what I'm saying?
Mm.
Did I tell y'all that I watched Training Day the other day?
To protect the sheep, you got to catch the wolf. And it takes a wolf to catch a wolf. You understand?
What?
I said you protect the sheep by killing the motherfucking wolves. No, you didn't hear me. You listening, but you didn't hear me.
All right, whatever.
Yeah, whatever the fuck ever.
You gotta be a wolf to catch the wolf. They gotta be a wolf to kill the goddamn wolf. The Eagles is the wolves, goddamn it. And we go. Will Steele, I'm watching Training Day losing my mind, right? I'm watching Training Day losing my mind, right? Because the Cowboys are now in this situation because of how they played, Will Steele. We're only here because of how we played. The Cowboys are now in a situation to where we control our destiny, Will Steele. We control our destiny. If we went out, I promise you good things will happen. The Eagles probably got to lose one more game. We need a little bit of help, but you know what, Will Steele? Judging on how they played against the Colts, we'll catch them. They not playing like wolves. We just happen to be playing like such. We just happen to be. I see the number one team in the NFC trending down like this, Will Steele. Then the number two teams that we just beat the shit out of, they're trending down like this here, Will Steele. They may bounce back, but my fucking Cowboys, we're not only trending up like this, but we fucking trending like this, goddammit, like we trending up. And it only happens when you play this way, Will Steele. But shouts out to the Vikings, they gave us some help. Will Steele. I sometimes find myself a little sympathetic to the other team. Not really, but sometimes I do. And I was looking at the Vikings. I was like, hey, yo, Vikings, man, this would be a good time for y'all to run the ball against us. It's be a great time for y'all to, you know what I mean? Don't talk about Will Steele. And we often talk about the same disease that Kellen has, the same drug that Kellen on, right? The Vikings ran into the same problem. When you should be running the football, you really just want to throw it. You know what I mean? Like you just can't fight this urge to throw the football when you should be running. And I'm just looking at the Vikings, man. I was like, hey, man, y'all might want to run the football again, but it started scratching their neck. Will Steele. That drug started hitting them, Will Steele. They couldn't help themselves. Now, Kellen Moore is normally on this drug, but he was a little sober last night. We was balanced. Dak threw the ball 25 times. We ran it 15 with Tony. We ran it 15 with Zeke. But I'm looking at the other side, man, and look, I watched Training Day yesterday, dog. The Vikings were like this.
Yeah, I know you got secrets. Everybody got secrets. Didn't know you like to get wet, though.
What's wet?
Butt naked. Ill. Churn. Dust. PCP. Primo. E-Dog.
Will Steele, as long as Kellen Moore stay off them fucking drugs and stay focused, we going to goddamn Golden Corral. You hear me? You hear me? You hear me, Will Steele? I'm looking at my goddamn running game like, oof. I'm looking at the Will Steele. Dog, we going to talk about the running backs more later when you get involved, sir. Just give me 2 more seconds, I promise. Tony Pollard had 15 carries for 80 yards. Ezekiel Elliott had 15 carries for 42 and 2 touchdowns. I'm fine with what we did. Because there's no reason for Tony Pollard to damn be in the game and only get 8 opportunities. I need Tony to get almost an equal amount of carries that Zeke got. Then I need Tony to catch some passes, Will Steele. That's what we've been talking about this whole time, and we finally got it. We finally got there. And look what happens here. There's going to have to be a conversation in this offseason, Will Steele. I'm going to revisit it, but somebody going to walk into Jerry Jones's office, and they're going to be like this.
Jay, I need my money. Jay.
They gonna be in Jerry Jones' office like that, cuz. Tony Pollard may be one of those guys. Will Steele. We'll cross that road whenever we get there. I just want to play this one more time because there's one more player that's going to be in Jerry Jones' office saying this, man.
Jay,
one more player.
I need my money.
Will. You know who's going to be saying that?
Jay.
Who?
Motherfucking Brett. Fucking Brett. Oh, they tried to hoe us, Will Steele. They tried to hoe us. Even if you wanted to challenge CD or just the referee review, the booth review, even if you wanted to booth review CD Lamb's catch, right? You don't wait until after the timeout, and you don't wait until Maher gets set twice, and you don't wait until Maher kick and make the fucking 60-yard field goal. But Maher's such a gangster, he just made it the second time. He say, fuck y'all, I'm out. And we talked about this, Will Steele, when we was having kicker woes, when Zerline was the guy, we was having kicker woes. How many games did we lose? People that people blame this on Dak Prescott. But how many games did we lose because our kicker was far from perfect? How many games did we lose that, Will Steele? I'm looking at fucking Brett Maher, and every single kick that's makeable, that sumbitch made it. And he rolled out there and kicked 2 60-yarders and nailed them. The second one was perfect. Get Brett Maher's money. One last point I'm going to make before I get my mans involved here. One more point I need to talk about before I get my mans involved here. Before I do that, let me just wipe the sweat on my face.
Your mama sure does care about that, son.
Because we getting busy today. Well, still, there's one looming narrative that's hanging over Cowboy Nation, sir, that we've been talking about. You feel me? And I've never been the guy that says do whatever it takes, Will Steele. I've never been that guy. I've never been do whatever it takes guy. I normally trust this front office. For some reason, I'm just, in just this masochist territory. I just want to trust this damn front office, my guy. But I need this front office to do whatever it takes, Will Steele.
To the right of it and to the left of it are pockets, right? In those pockets of money. Look in either one of them, pay the bill.
Pay the bill for Odell Beckham, bro. Come on, dog. Pay the fucking bill for Odell Beckham, bro. Because if you take what we did yesterday on defense, we knew that was going to be the thing. And then you take what we did yesterday on offense, because that's what we're praying for. If anything, you need the offense to be consistent, to be able to do that week in and week out. It's cool when you do it one time. I got faith that this defense can do that again. They've been doing it all year. But if you want this offense to be that, pay the bill. Jerry Jones, bring us Odell Beckham, and we going to the all-you-can-eat sushi spot, and I'm paying for 10 people. You hear me? What's up, Will Steele?
I've got nothing. I'm not following that, man. Where's your church drops? Can we get some of that? Can we get some fire emojis in the chat? That's an all-time Voch.
Oh man, listen, bro.
Man.
Cirillo Gonzalez said 20 million a year. I don't give a fuck. I never agree with Will Steele so much than yesterday, boy. Fuck that salary cap. Let's get it done. Let's get it done. You feel me? Will Steele, you ain't got to do what I just did. I'm sorry. I ain't mean to, dig you.
What? No, absolutely, man. Listen, if we can get that every week, I'll shut my ass right on up and be a producer.
I'll do it 10 more times. I will find a movie and do that shit 10 more times. My Cowboys gonna do that. I think it all comes down to this, though, Will Steele. We kept talking about that hole that the Cowboys put you in, right? Like, you can dig your own hole. You know what I'm saying? But if you dig a hole, you can acknowledge how high the hole is. And you'll get this about shin deep in the hole and be like, I don't want to be in this hole no more, right? But what happens when you let me dig the hole? And then I put you in it. You're going to have a lot less idea of how deep that hole is. What I mean by this, Will Steele, is the offense at halftime had put up 23 points, sir. At halftime, we had dropped 23 points on them boys. They had only scored 3. So what that means is, and we get the ball at halftime in which we scored. So what that means is, by the time y'all get the ball, Kirk and them get the ball with this weight of what was it, 30-0? This weight of, 30-3. 30-3 on your back, and now you got to throw your way out of it. Dallas Cowboys want you to try to throw your way out of it. You understand what I'm saying? And when you got to throw your way out of it, what happens last night happens to you. Cowboys got 7 sacks on Kirk Cousins. Our 4th defensive end got busy. You shitting me? That's what we can do. Chauncey graded well. Billy D graded well. Our 5th and 6th defensive end graded well, Will Steele. If we can get assholish behavior, if we can get sound run defense, if we can get nasty pass rush on top of points coming promptly, I can't wait to beat the shot of the Eagles in week 16, bro. What were some of your thoughts, Will?
I always say it's 2 ways to have a team stop running on you. You stop them or you score points. And Dallas historically has scored points and made teams not run the ball. And I think that's the way they're going to have to do it. You kind of, I won't say you glossed over, but you brought that up like, hey, Minnesota, you might want to run. Well, damn it, they can't. It's too late. So by the time you want to run, go ahead. We'll welcome it. Milk the clock. And, that's not the type of quarterback that's going to bring you back. So, yeah, that's one of the best things I've taken away from that game. It's a lot. We can go into a whole lot with this game. But the fact that Dallas's offense the last 2 out of the 3 games has started to catch fire, that's scary. That's scary because what we said a couple weeks ago. Yeah, it'd be nice to get this linebacker, this defensive tackle to help with the run game, but damn it, a receiver might help too. I'm not saying you need the receiver, but the point was it'll help you score more points, and that's what the Cowboys are doing.
I was talking to Okoye yesterday, man, and me and you have talked about this before. You know what I mean? So this ain't nothing new. And if you a member of the chat and you don't miss episodes and you've heard this, but there's 1,000 people in here, so ain't no really telling, who may or may not have heard this. But I don't need this offense to be number 1 in the league no more, Will. This offense was plenty explosive with Dak throwing the ball 25 times. It was plenty explosive with Zeke, Tony getting 15 carries. It was plenty explosive with CeeDee Lamb ain't got 100-yard day. Dalton Schultz ain't got to get. That don't matter to me, Will. That don't matter to me, man. I'm all about the result. I'm all about the result. I'm about this team W, this team result that I'm looking for, bro. We ain't got to put them numbers up, dog. So, even if Odell Beckham comes here, that don't mean Odell Beckham's going to step right in and be a 100-yard receiver. Odell Beckham is just going to be better than Noah Brown guy. And what that's going to do is it's going to open up more opportunities to play find the scrub. We're at our best when we can play find the scrub. And when you have Odell Beckham as your 3rd/2nd receiver, there's going to be a dude that you got to pick. All right, cool. You got a good corner? Fine. Let's see. Oh, you got 2 good corners? Cool. Let's match up here. And then we'll go from there, bro. That's what it's about. And if Odell gives you an impactful 3 or 4 catches a game, as long as you win by fucking 37, who cares? Now, Will, let me revisit this. I just did the whole Jake, I need my money conversation by Tony Pollard.
Yeah.
We've said this a couple times, but shit, I feel like we got to keep revisiting the shit because Tony keep doing shit like this. I think I'm at the point to where I'm comfortable saying that Tony should probably get more carries than Zeke now. And I love Zeke. And we need Zeke. But I was watching the Lions game yesterday, Will. And if we can use Tony like they use DeAndre Swift, and we use Zeke like they use Jamal Williams, I can live with that, Will, still. Zeke on short yard goal line duty, red zone duty. You give me Tony in between the 20s. This offense just look a little different.
Yep.
It looks a little different. Not to say that Zeke trash or nothing, because you need Zeke. Towards the end, when we was at the end zone, Tony got 2 cracks at the end zone. He didn't get it. Cool. We gave it to Zeke. Zeke just has a nose for those things. Zeke got a nose for falling forward and finding the line a little better than Tony do. But fuck, when you get Tony in space and when Tony's catching the football, different shit happens to this offense, Will. Still. So let me ask you a question. Tony's a little older, you know what I mean? And he ain't got the tread on the tires, that brother Ezekiel has. It's not really the age with running backs. It's the accumulated carries that you have. You know what I mean? Tony got much less carries than Ezekiel Elliott. Do you throw money at Tony Pollard next year, Will, still? Just because of what he's doing and what he does in his offense when he's the guy?
I think the conversation changes, Voch, if he if he's used like that. Meaning pass game. I've been screaming forever to utilize him like Alvin Kamara. I don't think you need to utilize him like Mark Ingram or Ezekiel Elliott or any of those dudes. Get him involved in space, get him involved in the pass game, get him involved 15, 16 carries plus 5 or 6 receptions. That's perfect. So if he's going to be used as a dual threat, I think that changes the conversation. And if he's going to be used on option routes and wheel routes, that changes the conversation. I'm not big pay the running back a whole lot of money type of guy. But if he's going to be a dual threat in that manner, elite at being a game breaker on the ground and elite as a pass catcher, that's different. That's totally different. So it's a conversation if he's going to be used like that. We just got to see how consistent that's going to be.
You know what, Will? Now, the one time that I look at Tony, I'm like, oh, well, Tony blocked well there. Or Tony didn't block well there. I care nothing about that.
There's a play, man. Tyler Biadasz just left him out too dry, dog. He got whooped at the snap and had this 300-something pound dude just barreling down on Tony Pollard, and he just got – Tony tried. He got in the way. They got it off, but, boy, he put him on his ass. But again, I don't want Tony to do that down in and down out. I like what they've done with Tony Pollard the last 3 to 4 weeks, where it's play action, get out in the route right now. Where it's snap the ball, get in the route right now. And Dak is hitting them, and that's why you're seeing these big plays in the passing game, man, as opposed to what we were doing week 1. If you go watch, it was play action and Tony's blocking. Or it was no play action and Tony's blocking, and we just missed those opportunities to get to take advantage of this shell coverage that they were playing. This offense, man, is night and day from week 1, man. If you can't see that, you're lying to yourself.
Yeah. And, I've brought this up, when I was doing the monologue, man, but I just want to come back to it, man, that drive right before halftime, man, that final drive was so special to me, man, because what it means is that we can really do what we want as long as we're executing, as long as we're not shooting ourselves in the foot, as long as we're not, like penalties not getting in the way, man, just the aggression to just beat the shit out these dudes while they down. You know what I mean? Let's just smoke these kids, bro. And you know, whether it be the run game going or we executing and getting out of bounds on time, we securing the catches. CeeDee Lamb securing the catch on the sideline. Dak Prescott throwing the rope. They even had a dope little rollout with Biotish on that one play, led to the outside. Just interesting little things to keep Dak safe on the run. That's Mike McCarthy. Yeah, for sure. Go ahead.
That was Mike McCarthy. That was a play that I think it was Aaron Rodgers did on us years ago.
Yeah, beat the shot of Byron Jones in the playoff game or whatever, man. It was just impressive, man. It was impressive. Let's see. I got boom, boom, boom. Find the scrub. We'll talk O-line in a minute. 20 and a half. Boom, boom, boom. Bro, the Vikings they had -4 yards on third down yesterday, bro. How the fuck that happened?
There is something to Dan Quinn and Kellen Moore, or Dan Quinn and Kirk Cousins, or Dan Quinn and Vikings, whatever you want to call it. They went 1 for 11 yesterday on third down. Yeah. Last year they went 1 for 13. Yeah. They're 2 for 24 on third down against the Cowboys and Dan Quinn. That's crazy. That's unheard of. You don't see that.
Wow. That is super ridiculous. Super ridiculous. So let's do this. We do this. All right, cool. Here we go. So we sacked Kirk Cousins 7 times yesterday, right? Cut this back up. We sacked Kirk Cousins 7 times yesterday. What are we thinking in terms of Micah Parsons at Mike linebacker? Will Steele. What are we thinking about? Because of course, you know, like he had some reps at Mike linebacker, but I really noticed him when he was beating the shot to tackles, and he had a couple of plays where he was blitzing in the middle to put some pretty good pressure on Kirk. But shit, the very first third down of the game, beat the shit out of Darisaw, get to Kirk Cousins, strip sack. And that's one way to put the Vikings down, and then we go and get 3 and we do it all over again, right? But, you know, Dorrance got busy. Dante got busy. D-Law got one towards the end of the game, man. But that's what it is when we put these dudes in these holes. So let me ask you a question. Do you think that the Vikings offense kind of stalled because of what the pass rush did, or because of what Diggs was able to do, taking Jefferson away? Because what we talked about, Will Steele, is they're going to go at one of 2 guys. They'll go at Thielen when it's safe. But it's Hockenson and it's Justin Jefferson. Diggs was on Jefferson, traveled with him, all that good stuff. And J. Ron was on Hockenson. Hockenson had 2 drops that he probably could have caught, but for the most part, Hockenson wasn't around. Besides that, Dan Quinn did a fantastic job of disguising and hiding coverages and making looks look funny and things like that. And then before you know it, fucking pass rush does pass rush things, and then it's 7 sacks on the board, Will. So just talk to me a little bit more about
you. Literally just answered it. You said it all right there, man. I mean, Dan Quinn, you know, he did a great job disguising. He dropped into the zone more this game, a lot less man. And what that makes the quarterback do is have to go through his reads, and your offensive line ain't good enough to block this defensive line, and now you get pressure. Salute to Trayvon Diggs, right? Yeah. But I think this was a collective effort from a coverage standpoint. But it starts with Dan Quinn because, yeah, okay, cool. You locked down Justin Jefferson, but there's still other options. And those other options were not available throughout the game because of the coverage and because of the pass rush. So, yeah, the answer is right there. Dan Quinn, and then that pass rush, the coverage gave him time to get home.
Do you think that I know the answer, but I just, it's content. I want to hear what you're saying. Do you think our O-line will be able to play like this 10 more times? Will Steele? Because what I was seeing from Kratos, that's Zach Martin, by the way, but y'all have been missing shows. What I saw from Kratos, what I saw from Terrence, Tyler Biotish playing well. I haven't done a full-blown breakdown on the offensive line yet. That's going to be on the Patreon. We got film, so we might do that today. Fuck it, we'll do that today on the Patreon. Offensive line, breaking that down today on the Patreon. But just me watching the offensive line in passing, they look great. And I think as long as you're able to move dudes, you're gonna, be able to thrive in the run game. I hope I'm not taking your answers, Will, still, with these long questions. It's not bad. But what I'm asking is, we can do this against the Vikings, Will, still. But what happens when we go against the 49ers and some of these other teams that piss us off with their D-line play, right? Do you think that our line can do this again versus them dudes?
On the ground, for sure. I don't think – I'm not afraid of nobody in regards to running the rock. It's just a matter of Kellen Moore sticking to the run, a matter of Kellen Moore game planning for the run. Your offensive line loves to maul people. You're going to see it. Terrence Steele, once again, being Terrence Steele. I'll let you get to it probably here in a second, but I almost called him a different name. Tyler Smith moving inside. Jason Peters, those boys look a little different. Zach Martin is Zach Martin. I don't think there's a team that can stop the Cowboys from being an efficient, productive run team, but the Cowboys. That's it. Pass blocking, they're gonna have their issues with certain players, right? In certain teams, it happens, right? Nick Bosa is a problem. It just is what it is. Nick Bosa is going to be a problem if you're specifically talking about the Niners. The Niners also play great on the back end, so that might be a bit of a different fight. But you got to approach that differently. We approached that completely wrong last year. 3 carries to Tony Pollard and ran the ball, 16 times? So styles make fights, and I don't think anybody wants to get in that type of fight with the Cowboys. So they're hoping, just like we said, hey, Kevin O'Connell, please throw the ball. Go ahead. So they're hoping that Kellen Moore decides to throw the ball, that Dak Prescott decides to want to throw the ball 40 times, because if they decide to do the opposite, I think it spells trouble for anybody. And that goes for the top team in the NFC because they can't stop the run. So,
Sure.
Yeah.
I didn't watch it closely, but I did watch it in passing. The whole Jason Peters at left tackle thing. But Jason Peters did look a little better at left tackle in passing. Now, like I said, I got to watch film for sure. Don't take my word for it. I ain't ready to make a bold declaration on that shit.
I am.
Go ahead.
I'm ready.
He was a motherfucker at left tackle?
Now.
Oh, God. Okay, cool. Now, I don't think this is something we'll do for the Giants game because these games are like 4 days apart or whatever, right? But I do think the idea that they played Justin Peters and kind of rotated them at left, like they did it in the middle of the game. And, we were comfortably winning at the time when they did it. But do we roll this out versus Giants, or is this something that happens the next week or something like that? Because it looked like
I would do it now. But the question is, will they? I'm going to be on the cautious side and say nah. But here's why I have a little belief that they could, because they were practicing this last week, Voch. So this isn't something they just popped up and said, oh, go in there, Jason Peters, on Sunday. So they threw him in there. They got about 20 reps at the end of the game with 2 different quarterbacks. And I'm ready. Just do it. I mean, listen, no offense to the Giants. Respect.
Yeah.
There's no Daniil Hunter on the other side. There's no Darius Smith. If you want to go get some reps for a full game, this would be the perfect game to do it.
Sure, that's fair.
You know what I mean? But
yeah.
I feel like they'll say we get that long break and then we go to Indy, or the Indy comes home and maybe they'll just wait. But from what I saw, I'll be confident to do it now. Your boy Jason Peters looks at home at left tackle because, well, he's a left tackle. Like, what are we doing?
Looked a little quicker, look a little fast off the football. Hands were a little better. That's just
confident.
me. That's just me. Yeah. Yeah, but look, that was just me watching and passing. I haven't watched them close. But chat, I just declared that we'll be watching film on Patreon after this. I'll put a film session out, then we'll go to the Patreon. It'll probably be about 6 p.m., 7 p.m. I don't know. Y'all just stay tuned. We'll see. But I'm ready. I'm ready. And we talked about the whole foolproofness of it. You know what I mean? That if Tyron Smith come back looking trash, you put Jason Peters in there. If something go wrong with Jason Peters, just live with what you got. Put Tyler left tackle and just move on with your life. But phenomenal win by my beloved Dallas Cowboys, man. I was just on cloud 9. They was like, last night on the post-game show, Voch, tell us something. I'm like, shit, what you want me to say? Like, we just beat the shit out of an 8-1 team, man. Like, we just buried narratives last night, you know what I mean? And it just showed potentially what this team can be when we on one.
Yeah, I never felt, I keep saying never. I haven't felt that clear after a game in quite some time. I mean, not even against Philly last year, not against Washington, not against who was the other team? The Falcons. Nah, that was expected, like you said, right? I'm expecting to do that against those teams at that particular time. Yeah. This was an 8-1 scrappy team that just came off of a big win on the road against what's supposed to be one of the best AFC teams. They come home and they're supposed to, put up a better fight than this, and they did not. So that was just an impressive victory, dog, all around.
About to beat the shot at the Eagles, dog. Let's get into the phones.
The conference has been locked.
Let's hear what y'all got to say. Will, you did you have anything else about the game that you want to say? Like you good, everything off at you? Because I know you didn't get a chance.
I didn't get a chance to go in, but now we're touching on a lot of the things, so we good.
Cool, my guy. Cool. Let's and of course, if the phone says something, we'll just tap in. Right. Let's start with King Marquise. He ain't talked to us in a while. King Marquise, what up, sir?
Yo, what's good, Voch and Will?
What's good with you, sir? First of all, what's your water tasting like? Then tell me about your Dallas Cowboys. Then talk to us about Brett Maher. Go ahead.
This water is tasting like that rich boss water. That fire expensive water. You know what I'm saying? It's been cold since last night. Now, it could be just because Dallas is cold as hell right now, but I'm pretty sure it's going to win. But Brett Maher.
Yeah.
I'm going to say it again. Brett Maher.
All pro Brett Maher.
Come on, man.
Yeah. All pro. All right. All team, Big Ten, all that. All right. I'm telling you right now. All right. Not to go backwards a little bit, but if Brett Maher kicks that field goal in Green Bay, he makes it. Even if the wind blowing at like 1,000 miles per hour. All right, he's still making that kick. That man's leg is better than Justin Tucker's leg. I bet he could kick it from 80.
Probably, yep.
Justin Tucker kicked the 66-yarder though, dog.
Relax, sir. Relax.
Nah, I ain't gonna fight. Nah,
let's see the evidence first, and then we'll go. Yeah.
But hey, listen, 4 for 4 from 60 plus. It's at least right up there.
Long story, all right, just make it short and sweet. We're gonna whoop on the Giants this week. We're gonna drop 50, and when Odell come off the plane in Dallas, make sure you have his jersey and his contract ready for him.
All right, appreciate you, King Marquise. Good call, Will. Like, dog, Anthony Brown will be number 97 tomorrow. Well, that's also number. He'll be number. That motherfucker will wear 76 if it's up to me. Give Odell whatever number he like. Give him number 3. Let him fly. Boy, you kidding me? But yeah, okay. So look, callers, have your thoughts. You know what I mean? Let's have a good. I don't want to rush you off today because I would love to hear from you because we had such a W there. But you know what I mean? Like, let's make it a little concise there. Appreciate you. Let's get Steve on the phone. See what he's talking about. What up, Steve?
Hey, what's going on, Voch?
What's good, my guy? What you got
going on, Sky?
Yo.
Hey, so couple things. Just if Maher yesterday would have walked off at halftime and given the refs the double birds, I would have taken that 15-yard penalty and I would have just clapped.
Facts.
Because he had to kick a 120-yard field goal to get those 3 points. Straight up.
Hey, yo, hold on. Hey, Will, what he should have did was after the second field goal, like I said, good. And walked out. That's what he should have did. But go ahead, Steve.
You should have did the second sign.
All right. So I'm thinking like the shuffling of the O-line was just as much to see Peters at tackle as it was to see Smith at guard.
Sure.
Make sure that we're lined up with both of them. And then this team can be a bunch of grave diggers for teams because you make your own mistakes and then you let our offense score off of your mistakes and off of our own drive. This defense will take your ass and throw you in the ditch after they dig it for you.
Yeah. Hey,
that's all I got to say, boys.
Appreciate you, Steve. Fantastic call, man. They will put you in the ditch and they will dig and dig and dig, and before you know it, you stuck, man. Which is the fun thing about the Vikings, man. There was a small window where they should have ran the football. It was right when we was up after that second touchdown. I would say that's a perfect time for them to have run the football, because if we get the ball back and score again, they put you down 3 scores. I think that's the magic number. Will when we go up 3 possessions,
right? You go up 3 possessions in the NFL, dog. You should that's
a little danger for you. That's a little danger for you. So 3 possessions and y'all get the ball. You got to score. Go ahead.
3 possessions is over. I mean, for the most part, the game should be over. But I think with the way the Cowboys are built, getting up, period. The Cowboys haven't lost a game they've been leading up after the first quarter in the last 2 years. That's how this team has been built. They're built to get after the pass rusher.
Facts, Will, still. We got multiple guys to get after the pass rusher, man. I just want some of the interior guys to get some too. You know what I mean? I just want Osa to get some more. I want Neville to get some more. You know, they ain't got to do it because like in these in-game packages, they ain't really out there, man. But man, you know, we always talk about the day our 3 techs get involved with the ends. Pray for them. You know what I mean? And I think I think going against Ed Ingram was a good time to do it. Dante got his sack versus Ed Ingram, so it probably would have been a good time for like Osa or somebody to get theirs. But hey, man, growth. We'll see what happens. Let's go. AJ, the camera technology guy. Let's see what he's talking about. What's up, sir?
What's up, Voch?
Good. What's good, Playboy?
Happy W Monday.
Come on, what you got for the show, big dog?
Hey, I wanna play a little game with you real quick.
Okay.
I want to be quick.
Sure.
So I want to see how many war calls I can get.
Sure, let's do it.
First of all, how do you spell volume?
VOLUME.
I spell it. Voch offers live ultimate media entertainment.
Shit, goddamn. Hey, look, that's a good way to start. That's a good start. But go ahead.
Wow.
Okay, so the Vikings played a bad game, right?
I thought you were about to say Vikings only led me on my network. I thought you about to hit me with more. I thought you was on the way. But all right, cool. Go ahead.
The Vikings played a bad game, right?
Yes, sir.
That's what the media wants you to believe.
Sure.
So were they playing against themselves or what?
No, they wasn't perfect, but us beating the shit out of them was 98% of it.
Well, my point is, it's like the media comes out like, oh, Vikings played a bad game. It's like, well, you talk like there wasn't another team out there, like they're just out there just playing bad, like they just look pathetic, like couldn't catch any passes and stuff like it's practice. So,
hey man, stay focused, man.
You have to play somebody. You play a bad game because of the other team across the street.
Stay focused. Alonzo in training day said that in the newspaper is 95% garbage. It's all entertainment. You hear me? Stay focused.
Exactly.
Appreciate you, AJ.
Last point I got.
Go ahead.
Last point I got is Dan Quinn. I'm officially dubbing. You don't have to follow my lead or anything, but I'm officially dubbing Dan Quinn the warden, and he put the Vikings in the penitentiary, or the pen, as I'll call it.
Okay. Fair enough. The warden, the warden Dan Quinn. He looks like a warden. Appreciate you, AJ, camera technology guy. Good call. Good call. Now, Will, I do think that's fair, though. I do think the national media is leaning more towards the Vikings played a bad game. I just think, bro, like if the Cowboys do that against if they do that against anybody, like that's the result. You know what I mean? If we stop the run, if we rush the passer, we get 7 sacks, we lock down your number one receiver, we're efficient on offense, 15 for 15 on carries. Tony do his thing in the air. Dak 22 for 25. You know what I mean? 2 touchdowns. Like
it's much less about how they played and about how Dallas played.
Sure.
They played their game.
Sure. Kirk Cousins got off because we bust that ass in pass rush. We shut down your first option. Shit, goddamn. I mean, But hey, stay focused. It's all entertainment, man. Stay focused. Film on the way. Let's get Los on the phone. What's up, Los?
Buenos tardes, Voch y Sky, los dos leyendas. How are y'all today?
¿Qué pasa contigo, mi hermano?
Sí.
Hey, I'm feeling great after this Vikings and Cowboys game. And like I told Sky, week before the Vikings, I wouldn't be surprised if we blew them out. Yeah. But now, like, I just want, this is my only point, and I'll leave it at this. We already knew what Tony is, all right? Yeah. They ain't no damn about it. He is the most explosive back in the NFL. Yeah. He's averaging 6 yards per carry. And if you give him in space, you said it, Voch. I mean, good luck catching him. You can't have a player like him and just have him like for a bargain. Yeah. So let's see if Jones paid for him. But now with the Giants coming up, let's show this consistency. Because if the Lions are beating them up this week, there ain't no way we should be losing to the Giants or even have a close game this Thanksgiving, week. So I just want them to show that, hey, we are this team coming up, and we should be feared. And that's my only point, Voch.
Appreciate you, Los. Now, Will, I wouldn't give Tony the deal that we gave Zeke. I wouldn't do that.
No.
Right?
Give no running back that deal.
Nobody should ever get that deal. And, I think the front office learned his lesson with that. You know what I mean? I think they learned their lesson with that. But, man, like less than 10 mil a year, man. Less than 8, maybe. I mean, I understand some team is going to try to drop some money on Tony Pollard. But the best part about it, what makes me feel a little better about this, I think Tony likes being here. And I don't think nobody's going to try to give Tony like Christian McCaffrey money. You know what I mean? I don't think nobody's gonna try to do that. So I think as long as all the money is relatively close, I'm hoping that Tony Pollard comes home. Now, Tony Pollard been humble his whole life. Now, if the organization try to pull some whole, all right, well, we're gonna still roll with Zeke and Tony gonna be the, you know what I mean, the help guy. I don't think Tony's gonna come back if that's gonna be his role. But if somebody taps on the shoulder, like, hey man, you know, we moved on from Zeke, you know, we'll bring you here, you know, and you know what I'm saying? Like Rico Dowdle, Malik Davis, they'll be your complimentary guy. You know what I'm saying? We can probably get you for an Austin Eckler type deal. If that's going to be the case, man, sign me up, man. And the one thing that I'm always weary of, Will, is I don't want to be signing these running backs for no money, man. But Tony, I just don't want to roll the dice.
Told you he's different. You know,
I don't want to roll the dice.
Yeah, because he's a dual threat. When Zeke got his deal, remember Zeke was eating as a pass catcher too. You know, and he did the pass blocking. Like he was considered the best all around back because he could pass block, he could pass catch, he could run well, he could do all those good things, right?
Mm.
And then, you know, the explosiveness just evaporated. It was gone.
Yeah.
The ability to make people miss became less and less and less. I hate to use the word atrocious in pass catching, but he is just not a good pass catcher anymore. Mm-hmm. And the one saving grace a lot of people keep saying is, well, he can block. Well, I'm sorry. That's not enough to deny the more explosive, more. I mean, let's just be real. I'm tired of pussyfooting around this, bro.
Yeah.
He is the better back now, right now, as we speak. Let's just stop it. Now that doesn't mean you don't involve Zeke.
Yeah,
I'm not saying that, but Zeke with the wear and tear, with the injuries and all that stuff. It is what it is right now, man. I don't think that's even far-fetched to say. So thus, utilize the better back more and incorporate the other back within that. Just like we were doing when Zeke was the quote-unquote better back. Sure. It just took the Cowboys till year 4 to utilize Tony Pollard how he should have been utilized 3 years ago. I digress.
In a perfect world, I would love for Zeke to lead us in touchdowns, right? But I would love for Tony to lead us in you know, rushing and receiving yards. You know what I mean? And if Tony has a big play for a touchdown, fine, give him that. You know what I mean? But when we get in the red zone, man, Zeke just got a nose for that. You know what I mean? But besides that, though, Will Steele, that motherfucker Tony, bro. Tony just brings another. He brings another element. There was a number going around, I believe. Tony had 3 plays of 20+ yards, and like the Vikings had 0 or something like that, right? Tony had more yards altogether than Vikings offense did, bro.
Yeah,
and he just different. Tony gives you the ability in this offense, right? In this offense to where you let go of Amari Cooper, and there's a level of explosion that you're missing out on, right? Tony, at any moment, if he has a little bit of space, he can turn that little bit of space into a lot of fucking space.
Every game.
Every time. He ain't missed yet.
No.
He ain't missed yet.
I mean, we're being exaggerating. Not every single game, but I mean, the last like 5. But
we ain't really exaggerating. It's a little bit.
More often than not, when he is featured, I think somebody in there said, well, what happened week 1? Week 1, he had 8 touches. How many times have we screamed for years? Stop giving him the ball less than 10 times. You want to talk about records. We want to talk about when Dallas runs XYZ, when Dak throws XYZ, when Zeke touches XYZ. First of all, this ain't 2016 no more. So Zeke touching the ball 25 times, it's not happening. When Tony Pollard, though, touches the ball 10, 12, 15 times, go look at the Cowboys record.
Sure.
That's what I'm saying.
Sure. Plus, I think we're at a point to where like Zeke can't big dog his way onto the field anymore. You know what I mean? I think Tony's production has spoken for itself. And Zeke could be a fool to, you know what I mean, to try to poo-poo on that or like to try to step on that. You know what I mean? Like Zeke got to live with this role now.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? We need him. But if Zeke want to be team guy, he got to live with this role that we got. And this is the best for the team.
If Zeke wants to extend his career, he will allow Tony Pollard to get more touches.
We'll see. Let me tell you something. Zeke could be a career Cowboy if he wants to. He just got to live with his role. Jerome Bettis won a Super Bowl. Look, I just saw it in the chat. Jerome Bettis won a Super Bowl. He was like, what, 30-something? 31?
Yep.
And all he did was run motherfuckers over and play back up.
You damn right.
That's what he did, man. Anyway, and there was one other point too. Shouts out to Matt Owen. I saw it there, but I also saw it on Twitter. Besides Dak Prescott, because we know Ford's the guy. Besides Dak, is Tony the best player on the offense? It's Tony or CD?
Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
There's no argument. But again, we're talking about right now. Maybe coming into the year, we could have that argument. But you know, I don't know how we can argue that anymore. When Dak was out, Tony Pollard was your explosiveness. Tony Pollard and Brett Maher were your offense. It's just facts, you know. And CeeDee Lamb, chipped in. We had a few games, and then it kind of tailed off a little bit. But Tony Pollard is your most explosive. He's your best offensive weapon.
How the hell do we get here? Who would have thought we'd be having this goddamn conversation in week 11? But hey, that's the cards we got. That's the cards we got. And I don't think this coaching staff is goofy enough to not see that need. I'm just a YouTuber. You know, me and Will just YouTube. Well, we work for a sports network. It's a little different. But we YouTubers, so we see that. Go ahead.
I am encouraged because there was a point in time, even in the middle of this year, where we're like, all right, 6 touches, 6 carries, 9 carries, 8 carries, 8 carries. What are we doing? All of a sudden, he hasn't had a game with less than 11 carries and less than 14 touches since the Rams game. So and I know Zeke was out a few games, but there seems to be, okay, all right, we can't deny this no more. He needs to touch the ball at least 15 times. And I appreciate that.
Yep. Let's just say that it would behoove them if
it's malpractice.
Man. Shit, Will Steele. I get the shivers thinking about this shit. Shouts out to Matt Owen in the chat box. Professor O, follow him on all his platforms. Shouts out to John G from DMV Fanatic, DMV Cowboy. Y'all keep changing your names, man. My bad. So DMV Fanatic, shouts out to him. Go over there, check his content out. Good work. J Tuck might be in here because he said he be in here. Shouts out to J Tuck. Go follow his work. CFO Sports. Hey, rolling reviews. All right, let's get going. Let's get back. Let's get Jack, then JR, then Reek. Let's get Jack in here. What's up, Jack? Jack.
Uh-oh.
Jack from DC. I guess so. Oh, shit. Oh, man. Oh, Jack. Oh, as soon as I hit the button, you said, damn, Jack. Hey, man, y'all can't call in and put me on mute. It can't work that way. Y'all got to be ready. Who I said? Reek. What up, Reek?
Yo, what's going on, man?
You gotta be ready. What's up, Reek? What's good with you?
Yeah, I'm ready. Shit. What's up, Sky? What's up, Cowboy Nation? One thing I wanted to say, you said we wasn't gonna beat the Vikings. What? Yeah. Man, one thing I was thinking about, bring them out. It's hard to yell when that barrel's in your mouth. And we put the barrel in them dude's mouth last night on some G shit. Pause on everything. But I'm gonna be 100 with y'all.
Watch your profanity.
You beat them like I know we should have beat them. And my thing is, I felt like saying after that game, like Aaron Rodgers said to the Bears last year, we own y'all. We own the Vikings, and I love it. Hey man, I'm gonna say one more thing, man. That was a good team win, bouncing back off a team loss, and we had a Leighton Vander Esch sighting. He hit somebody in the hole last night.
I saw that too. I thought about you. I thought about him when he did that.
When I seen him coming in the hole, when our running back was coming and hit him straight up, I said, now that's how you play middle linebacker. If he can do that the whole year, we can do some things out here, man. 10 more games. That's all I'm gonna say, and I'm up out of here.
Appreciate you, bro. Just in case anybody don't understand what I mean when I say this, right? When I say 10 more times, 10 more games, right? You basically are putting yourself in the driver's seat to control your destiny, right? If you just went out, if you just take care of business, then your odds of being the number 1 seed and getting the round 1 bye for the playoffs, they just, it's on top of the roof. The only team that can stop you is the Eagles winning out. If the Eagles lose one more game, you are in your own driver's seat. You know what I mean? So that's 7. And if you get the bye week, then that's 3. So if we do that 10 times.
brother.
You on the subject.
You just gotta handle our business 1 week at a time.
Handle your business, man.
I know you hate that. You hate 1 week at a time.
I'm a big picture guy.
Yo, God, yes, you are.
Oh, look, Will, somebody was like, shit, man, Kellen needs to do this for the rest of his career. I'm like, no, he don't. He just need 10 more of
10 more
these.
times.
And Kellen can go to Boise State if he wants to. Goddamn.
We just gotta handle our business one game, because it's been we know Kellen can get weird, right? So we just need to pull him in. Come here, bro. Listen, we don't need you to get cute. We don't need the little motion pitch in the red. Just relax. Do this. You stay back. We'll be cool. One week at a time. That's all I'm saying.
Well, why the hell you put your whole arm around his neck like this?
Because you gotta squeeze a little bit. Yeah.
Will, you ain't do this.
I ain't do the kid. But you know, you put your hand on the neck with the kid. I ain't a little nigga. Man.
You put him in the Matrix, Will. Yeah. Let's go, Neil. See what Neil talking about. What's up, Neil?
Not much, Bosh. How you doing today, Phil?
Man, we just enjoying this Cowboy W, my guy. What you got?
Hey, so I asked Sky if he could make this drop, right?
Okay.
From now on, I need people to start putting some respect on covering Dakota Prescott's name. So every time, so like this Monday, Ray should just be like, every time I hear people
thought we heard that.
That's what I need to hear, especially with performances like this.
Play it again so we can hear. Play it again.
Oh shit, that's something to drop.
Did you hear it?
Pootie don't need no words. Pootie don't even need no music. Play it one more time, goddamn. Play it again.
Every time.
Okay. Time out. Oh, okay. Acknowledge. Okay.
Acknowledge me. Okay.
I'm about to say, man, put it up to the phone so we can hear. But okay, cool. We got you. Acknowledge me.
This mother was like, play. He said, play it again. He said, Vaughn said, do it again. I got you.
Hey, yo, Will, what we need to do? Go ahead.
Well, we here. Oh, we got.
So,
what'd you say?
I still don't know.
Quick thought. So,
go to your thoughts, bro.
When I was watching the game, I started noticing that I was not seeing any of those stunts that were going the wrong way, where both of the tackles or whomever was supposed to be running the stunts, they were going the same way. I started noticing that everything, it seemed like things was rectified. Dalvin Cook had 6.5 yards per carry, and they just forgot about it. Fine. I also want to point out the fact that Tony Pollard is having 6 yards to carry, and that's through the season. So, I told Sky when I called in like about a week and a half ago, I said, we basically have our own version of Christian McCaffrey, but Dallas doesn't know that. Guess what? They know it now. I'm happy with this win. I'm ecstatic. I hope that they don't let this get to their head, though. That's the only thing that I'm thinking, is that as long as we stay level-headed about this entire thing, we kosher.
Yeah.
So 22 or 25, 250, 2 touchdowns, Pollard, 15 carries, plus his 6s, plus 8. Man, look.
Yeah.
We're going to the goddamn Super Bowl, fam.
Yeah.
We're going to the Super Bowl, bro.
Yeah.
That's all I got to say, bro.
Appreciate you, Neil. It's a good call, man. I do think that is one thing though, Will, like just staying focused, staying hungry. As pissed off as you was about the Green Bay game, you ain't gonna have that same level of pissed offness, but at least stay focused, I feel solid about the Giants game, because we, just Dak and the Cowboys typically just do well against division opponents. I can't wait to week 16. But that Colts game, and the Colts and Jeff Saturday and them played the Eagles tough as shit. Barely beat them at the end. But the Colts after that, Texans, Jaguars, they're not common opponents, you know what I mean? And then you got the Titans and the whole Derrick Henry run game thing that you got to worry about. So but hey, look, 1 week at a time. My bad, Will. Still, I'm getting ahead of myself. One week at a time, and we'll slowly but surely crawl through the mud like we train the Marines, you know what I'm saying?
Got to. See, NFL, man, the Colts just took the Eagles to the brink.
Yeah.
They make a field goal, they win the game. You know what I'm saying? The Colts beat the Chiefs. You know, we can go down a list. You know, the Jets beating the Bills, and the Jets are a better team this year. But you know what I'm saying? Like you can't overlook anything, and you could just see that for whatever reason, the energy was different about this game. The first thing they said was, "We're treating this like a playoff game."
Yeah.
Last week it was, "We're gonna win this for Mike."
Yeah.
And dog, you need to win this because you trying to get the number 1 seed.
100%, Mr. Wolf. And to Neil's point, J-Ron Curse had a quote. I actually got to pull it up here. Last night after the game, J-Ron Curse said this. Neil said this. J-Ron.
Nothing.
Nah, because Neil was playing the shit. Let's see.
Hold up, before you move forward. He said something that I think people need to start putting Tony Pollard in this class. He brought up Christian McCaffrey. There's a handful of people I put in that class. Alvin Kamara, Christian McCaffrey, and Austin Eckler, I think, are all multi-dimensional dynamic backs. And Tony Pollard has proven to you this year that he is that. Now, can he prove it over 3-4 years? I don't know, and I quite frankly don't care. But if you utilize him that way this year, you maximize your chance offensively to reach your ceiling. That's all I'm going to say about that. He's definitely closer to Alvin Kamara, Austin Eckler, and Christian McCaffrey right now.
Right now. Jerry Jones said, well, it's about time we sat down and had a meeting with him. Come on, man. After Thanksgiving. In my mind, that means all week, but they may not make their mind up till after Thanksgiving. So, you know. We'll see. Let's get JR on the phone. See what he's talking about. What's up, JR?
Voch. Oh, hold on. I gotta say, hold on. It's Los Bacheron. I heard you, boy, put a little spin on. What's up, Scott?
You,
good, baby. How y'all doing? You know what I'm saying? I just want to say this real quick. The stars at night are big and bright. Deep in the heart of Minnesota. How about them Cowboys, baby?
Yeah.
Woo!
Yeah. I agree.
Man, let me tell you something.
Go ahead.
Let me tell you something.
I'll let you talk.
That quarterback, I said that quarterback, our quarterback, Dak Prescott is emerging as an elite quarterback. There were, since he's came back, there were 2 passes that when I saw him throw these passes, I was like, ooh, you know what I'm saying? I think it was when we played against the Bears and Dalton Schultz did like you know what I'm saying? He did a crossover. He did like a out and up or something like that. Dak stepped up and instead of trying to throw a bullet, he pulled off and just let it touch in there and let it floor drop down in there just like rain, you know what I'm saying? I was like, whoa, okay, you know what I'm saying? And that pass to C.D. Lamb, 3 yards out of bounds where only he can catch it. Oh, my goodness. Y'all need to stop playing with Dak Prescott.
Right.
Woo! That young man, he taking us all the way. And I'm ready for that all-you-can-eat sushi buffet. You know what I'm talking about.
We going.
Woo, man.
We going.
Yeah, I'm listening.
Nah, man. You ain't saying nothing wrong, man. We do this 10 more times. I'm taking 10 people to go get sushi, man. We going to the all-you-can-eat spot, man. We're gonna tear it down. Like, you know, it's you know, it's basically what we've been saying the whole time. But what we need is consistency from both sides. We need consistency in running the ball and consistency in stopping the ball, and we'll be good to go. Appreciate it, JR.
All right, then let me get that Bluetooth going. Y'all have a good one.
Man, you can't be on them joints every day, man. It's bad for your heart, bro. JR be on them joints every day. Let's get to these calls we don't know. Let's go 956. What's up? Who this? 956.
Well, you naturally grew our hair there.
Huh?
That place where you always have like tienes como un desapego waxy powder, now you have a pelo there.
Oh, why are you fucking poking at it?
¿Para qué se sale? ¿Para qué lo quieres tener ahí?
The hair?
No, el de esos waxy powder.
Carlos, call back and tell us what that means.
I was just about to say Los. King Ellen.
Carlos, get in the chat box right now and tell us what that
¿Te
means.
dolió mucho qué? Mentiroso.
I don't want to say what I want to say. I don't want to get canceled. I'm just saying, if we ain't supposed to be listening to this, we need to hang up now.
That's the problem. I don't know what the fuck they saying.
I don't want no problems. Our faces is on screen. Let me take my face off screen.
Volume.
Did they hang up?
All right, cool. No. I just got us muted. I don't know. All right, so hit 1, 3, 2. 1. All right, let's go 956 on the phone. What's up? Who this?
Yo.
What's good? What's good? Who this?
Oh, okay. Nice talking to you, guys. Man, all I want
Who
to say
this?
is we left points on the board.
Who this?
You know, that's all I gotta say.
Who
It's Alex.
Alex? Alex who?
This ain't Alex.
Alex Gutierrez.
Alex Gutierrez, but my enemies call me Namor. All right, cool. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Well, yeah, man. We just left points on the board.
Yeah, we did. Man.
And that's insane. That's
Yeah.
insane.
You did.
That's all I want to say. That's my point.
Yo, Alex, man, that is a fantastic point. All we did to him, bro. We left all them points on the board, bro. We left it was early in the game, we left 4 points on the board. Then in the middle of the game, we left 7 out there. So yeah, we probably could have put another 11 on him, Alex. You're right, man.
Yep.
All right, appreciate it. Good call, man.
They said she said he got hella dandruff.
Who said that?
I don't know. The John.
That's what he said? That ain't what he said.
Look at the chat. Look at the chat. There's 3 different people saying it.
That's what no. Oh no, we gotta go back.
Somebody said hang up, and that's what I was saying. Yeah, I don't know, man. That could have been.
Yeah, we don't know what we were listening.
Listen, man.
Get him out the trunk.
I don't watch too many documentaries.
I don't want no trunk.
I see nothing. I don't know. I'm blind.
She's saying he got dandruff. Oh no. I need to find my oh no button before I move on to that. Alex, yeah, we ain't trying to be in your business, bro, but you called us.
Trying to figure out what he said. Anyway.
Yo, Will, I love the new me and you chat box look. I love it.
You like it?
Yeah, man.
Shouts out to the volume.
Shouts out to the volume guy. Alejandro Gutierrez. But my enemies call me Namor. I should say his name.
They call me Gus. I swear to God, if I heard Los Pollos, I was gonna be gone. Volume.
Yeah,
Fuck out of here.
315. Who this?
This is Joe, man, from Syracuse. I'm a Will on the Steele's disciple. What's up, Sky?
Salute, man. What's goody?
First time we calling, bro.
Appreciate you.
This is the first time me calling. I just gotta say I love the collaboration between you guys. You know what I'm saying? This is awesome. I love seeing two minds come together and it working out kind of like that game yesterday.
Yeah.
It really reminded me of having your lunch money taken. You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
I've never had that experience, but I swear I could ask any of them dudes on the Minnesota side of the ball, and I'm guaranteeing you they can tell me what that feels like. You know what I'm saying? I love the understanding of how they came together, and it looked like the boys matured. Whatever meeting, whatever discussion they had during the week, they need to have that every Monday. They need to have that discussion every Monday within the locker rooms, within the team rooms. They need to have that discussion, bro. It was an absolute maturation of the entire squad, and it feels like a say it with your chest Monday, you know, because everything that you guys have been saying,
I got
I've been
Pookie
talking
killed,
about all
man.
year long.
Nah, you ain't get Pookie
The
killed,
narrative
man.
changing, you know what I'm saying? Always is you. We ain't scared of nobody. There's nobody in the NFL right now that puts fear in my chest or puts a pause on my button that I wouldn't want to deal with. I feel like we could handle anybody that comes in front of us. I think Dallas is their own biggest challenge. Kellen is their own biggest challenge. They have to stay poised. They have to stay on point, and he has to stay inside himself instead of trying to get outside of himself.
Yeah.
Yo, fellas, I appreciate you taking the call. Again, love the collab, and let's go Cowboys.
Appreciate you for being a first time listener. What's your name? Or first time caller. What's your name again?
Joe, man, Joe Akins, Joe Cowboy. But Will called me something else because I called in one time and sung the song for him. Ain't a
Yeah, we got a bit of an audio issue, Voch. I'm not really sure what's good. Yeah, I'm not sure what's goody, bro. Can you hear me? Why can't I hear you?
Yo.
Yeah, we good now.
Okay, you hear me now?
Yeah, for whatever reason, audio cut out.
That was me. I had to go to my settings and change shit up.
If that's what you did, that's what worked.
But we ain't hitting nothing. Like
I
this
know
was
it
slow.
just went out.
Restream bullshit. This happened in the middle of the stream.
Facts.
All right.
We back.
As a cartel, that was old boy.
See?
Neymar and them
Exactly.
people. Neymar and them. They heard us talking shit. They got our IP address.
Cut that shit off.
Yeah. Hey. All right. 330. What's up? Who this?
This is Ryan. I'm calling all the way from up Ohio.
Ryan, but my enemy. All right, cool. What's up, Ryan? What you got for the show?
Well, first off, I've been keeping updates with the Tyron Smith thing. He should be backed by the Eagles, which means Tyler Smith at left guard, which means guess who he's going to be going up against at one tech.
It's a long ass time. I was thinking Tyron be back for the Colts game. That's what I've been hearing.
Yeah, well, I know, but Tyron will be way back by then. It'll be up to speed. Tyler versus Jordan Davis is my matchup that I'm watching for. First off, Tyler's just a mauler. I love that kid.
Yeah.
Man's just been a mauler all year, and he was a mauler again last night, and so was Terrence Steele. Terrence Steele is just a mauler.
Right.
Another thing, too, is Tony Pollard. There was one run where he got caught up in traffic, found a little gap, and was out of there for a 15-yard gain.
Right.
You don't see that burst.
Mm-mm.
Second, DeMarcus, whether it was Micah, everyone was getting home. He had no chance of getting there.
Right.
You gotta love that defense. The defense is absolutely fun to watch.
Yeah. I think the Tyler versus Jordan Davis fight will be a fun fight. But I think if we've seen anything about the Eagles, is if you just run, you can run on them. You know what I mean? You know, they got some guys, and then they added two other guys, but yeah. And Ndamukong Suh made a couple plays the other day. I ain't gonna knock him too bad. You know, what's the name? Linville. Did some things a little bit, shouts out to Linville. But I think, if you run the ball on, they can, you can do it. You can run the ball. We'll see.
Yeah, Tyler's, I think, but the three interior guys, I think, are especially Martin. And when we move Smith in, Smith is just going to be too hard for any interior guy to move.
Yeah. It sounds like I'm having another audio issue, Ryan. So let me
You're
go ahead
not.
and get
You're not.
Okay,
He must be behind. Whoever said that.
Okay, yeah, that must be some. Yeah, okay, people do that. They do rewind a little bit and keep going. But get the damn comments if y'all watching late. gotta stay. We bad. But all right, Ryan, I just put you down platinum. Good call, brother. Yeah, chat. What I've been hearing is Tyron Smith. They're trying to get him for a Colts game. Not in Christmas. Like Christmas is a long time. Like Tyron is on course right now. Like he's with Britt right now. So probably won't be this week. But maybe and look, even if not Colts, Texans maybe, But I think within the next 2 weeks we are gearing up for Tyron to come back, and I think that's the case because Tyler is at guard, and we're making that move right now. So I think that's telling you everything you need to know about Tyron's moves. Will, have you talked to any Illuminati friends about the whole Tyron thing?
No, I have not reached out on what's going on with that. But remember, they don't have to activate him right away. They can activate his window. So he may be activated next week for the Colts in regards to the window, but they got 21 days. So now he can practice and implement himself in. And then they got 3 more weeks to decide if they want to do it. So that's a couple weeks for possibly Jason Peters to play left tackle to get Tyler Smith more reps at guard if they're going to move him inside.
Now, Will, what if dandruff was a keyword for cocaine?
They was in there saying that, like I was just watching Casino, and well, I said this last week, but they had a whole conversation, right? Just saying regular stuff, but it was code worded.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Nikki and, Robert De Niro, Joe Pesci was saying entirely different things. So that's why I was like, what they talking about now?
I need to rewatch Casino. It's been a long time since I watched. I was a young man when I last seen it. I need to rewatch Casino. All right, we got one last call at 832. Let's get him in. What you got?
Hello.
Hi.
Hey, what's up, Voch? What's up, Sky?
What's good, player? What you got for the show?
Hey, my bad, man. Hey, my name is Gerald. I'm out of Baton. Man, one thing earlier with the best offensive player, in my opinion, that's got to go to Zach Martin. Probably the most explosive is Tony, but I say the best is definitely Zach Martin.
Well, sure. You know what we mean. Not counting Dak, not counting offensive line, though, like which one of the guys are. But yeah, sure. Yeah, I mean, Kratos a gangster too. But yeah, we was definitely talking about the little guys.
Yeah. Not taking nothing away from Tony or nothing like that. But hey man, I can't wait to be seeing Tyler Smith up at left guard, and if Tyron Smith can come back healthy and be somewhat like he used to be, man, his offensive line is going to be even more crazy.
Yeah, fair enough. Good call, my guy. Appreciate it.
Appreciate y'all.
Yes, sir. What a day. Let's read some supers, shall we? And then we'll get up out of here. We'll read some supers and we'll clock out and make way for the next volume shows that's going to be coming on and hating on Cowboys. You know how this go. You know how it go. Today, the 21st, right there. And all right, good little supers, good little supers here. For context, Will Steele, yesterday, Shaq, the Vikings fan, called the show. He was a little upset, and I understand why he was, just a little down. It's like, man, Voch, the only thing that can make me feel better about this is to go clap some cheeks. I was like, all right, Shaq, the Vikings fan, I first of all, I agree, sir. So you go in there and clap your cheeks and go ahead and feel better. Shaq, the Vikings fan, has followed up with a super chat today, and he says, thank God for Plan B. Shaq, the Vikings fan, if you're up here thanking God for Plan B, you probably shouldn't be going up in there raw anyway, my guy. But just a little advice from a 30-year-old and a 57-year-old. Anyway.
Somebody commented on something that was like, well, Scott don't look 57. Do y'all think he's serious, man?
Well, he don't look 57, but that's the good thing about it, that he ages like, Pharrell and Angela Bassett and them. Like, he's in that same category of age.
Angela Bassett in that movie, I don't understand. She's aging backwards.
Yeah, man, come on, bro. Like, she's still... Let me not say that about Angela Bassett, man. But yeah, bro. Get ass buy me some shoes, boy. All right, what we say?
Lawnmower,
I'll cut all the grass in Wakanda, you hear me? Boston Spade says, I know Shell up here. Boston Spade says, he tried 5, says, dear Vikings,
we both like
how does it feel to throw punches and can't land them, or to be powerless when you can't stand them? DC4L. Micah is the Jinchudiki. That's real talk, though. The Vikings played their game. The Vikings did their thing. We just did ours too. Got my little one in the chat, little Seal the third. What up, bro? What's up, Trey? Wiley Cowboy dropped Tree 15, and he says, for start time, that's how you drive. Kellen, from now on, that's how you drive. 40 Burger, appreciate you, sir. Mr. Jab dropped a deuce in Super Chat, says, Dak has as many incompletions as the Vikings had points. God damn. Boston Scientific tip of the day, which is crazy, like tip of the day. Boston Scientific tip of the day, if you flying a 304 out, send they ass flying through Spirit and don't pay for bags.
They get you for the bags.
We can't keep doing this. we can't keep shaming trio foes, man. Let me hit refresh one time and we good. Appreciate your volume side. On the vice side, let's see. Antoine dropped 5 in the super chat. Appreciate you, sir. He says, this a good Monday. In the words of Diggs' son, Justin Jefferson, Trayvon is your dad. Boom. Antonio Hobson dropped a dub and says, the Vikings tapped and we still broke their arm. A little jujitsu talk. Shouts out to you, sir. Blue shirt guy dropped a dime in the super chat. That's a 10 bomb. He says, hey, Voch, sorry I'm late to the party, but in case it hasn't been brought up yet, they're on pace for 71 sacks. God damn.
Yeah.
10 games in with 7 to go. 72 is the record. What you think now? And you got to imagine too, Will, still. If these last couple teams like wasn't running the ball against us, we probably will be at a higher pace than that. But they're so staunch on running the football. You know what I mean? But
they're 2 sacks ahead of the team that had the most sacks in the last 20 years. That's the 2017 Jaguars. They have 40 sacks through 10 games. Dallas has 42 through 10 games. Nuts.
Also, too, I saw a stat, Will, still. We beat the Vikings so bad that this is the first time in history that an 8-2 team has a negative point differential.
Yeah, they already came in tight, and we beat them so bad. They're like negative 34 now.
Then we beat all the shit.
It's crazy.
Son, I'm like, no, we ain't just fucking up that bad, dude. God damn, big. That was hilarious. Oh man. Appreciate your blue shirt guy. Keep us tapped in on them numbers, man. You and Matt Owen. We need you. Rhino, let's see. X is 10. CV. What's that? 1996? I don't know. Right on 1996. We just gonna roll with that. He dropped 5 in super chat that says, tell the rest of the league that knows we gonna fold. It's not what you know, it's what you can prove. Shouts out to the Train Day monologue, man. Hey man, I work pretty hard. I work pretty hard on the Train Day monologue. I ain't work hard, but I did think about it for a long time. You know what I mean? Great movie. Me and Ms. Nate watched it. Elijah Williams dropped the deuce in super chat says, Cowboys versus Giants this Thursday. Winner gets Odell. Do you think that will still that this Thursday is going to be the Odell Bowl?
They're gonna paint it that way. I only reason why I think the Giants are even in discussion is because he was a former Giant.
Yeah,
they gonna play with no Daniel Jones over Dak Prescott. What are we doing?
Yeah, you know what I mean. And you know, I was looking at pictures of Buffalo and last weekend and shit. And there's all that snow everywhere. I was like, man, they don't want to play up that. They don't want to play in all that damn snow. Come on, Dallas, man.
According to Ian, the Cowboys in the driver's seat.
My nerves just got bad, man. All right. And JQ just dropped the 20. JQ 21 dropped a 5 in the super chat. It says, Voch, the most electrifying starts to your show of all time. Appreciate you, sir.
Yeah.
Thanksgiving will be good. Macaroni and Zeke, some collard greens, and Dak turkey legs. You lost me on Dak turkey legs, but some collard greens. Come on, son. Hey, check. Come on now. Hey, Will, still go ahead and take that for your show tomorrow.
Yeah. I want to tune in, man. You want to tune into the we call it the cookout, but it won't be a cookout tomorrow. So just make sure y'all come on through.
Please tune in. Some collard greens. CC say Will is funny, and I'm jealous. All right, chat. That's all we got today. That's all we got.
You, man.
No, sir. You
in all seriousness, though, like outside of the stream, We some damn fools, man. Like if y'all could, if y'all could have seen us down at camp, man.
We really just having fun on the job, honestly.
Yeah.
Oh, it's more supers. My bad. Abram Ramirez dropped a dime. What time it is? All right, cool. He dropped a dime and says Dak was money yesterday. He was cash money yesterday. So happy for him and us. Go Cowboys and love your work, Voch and Will. Appreciate you, brother. Robert Huerta dropped 5 and says 2 years from now. He says 2 years now, Diggs has held Jefferson to 5 catches in under 40 yards. That's something to talk about. Pass rush helps, but that's definitely something to talk about. Antoine dropped a dub in the super chat, says, that's it, Sky. Enough is enough. I want the smoke. He's talking about the whole Zeke talk.
Yeah, Zeke and TP. Hey, man, I'm here for it.
Yeah. You can almost guess what Twan be talking about when Twan,
Right. It's a good run, Twan. It's a good run. Yeah.
Yo, Twan, you have done your thing for years, my guy, but your watch has ended.
I remember
time, baby.
I remember the first time I checked Zeke, probably ever, was in 2019. I'm like, something ain't looking right. And then I said something. Boy, Twan was in my comments, coming at my neck. I'm like, who is this dude? 3 years later, we kicking it. So he cool.
Landlord from Alabama dropped 5. He said, what's happening, Voch and Sky? Officer Diggs absolutely apprehended Mr. Boy, say that 5 times fast. Officer Diggs absolutely apprehended Mr. Jefferson. He was sentenced to 4 quarters of lockdown. Sky, where was the show? Tune in tomorrow. We'll tell you about it.
Yes, sir.
And Sheldon Lewis dropped 5 and says, we took the Eagles' most impressive win and told them, hold my drink. Sirianni is a clown. Now, Will, I don't dislike the Eagles as much as other people do.
What?
That's fair. It's just, competitively, right? I just get how I get, right? Competitively, right? I'm actually a fan of a lot of I'm a fan of a lot of the players on that team, though, Will, still.
Oh, yeah.
But Sirianni got to be the corniest motherfucker I've ever seen in my life, though, Will, still.
Yeah,
I'm sick.
He got a face you want to punch.
Yeah, violence. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I don't want to do that, against nobody. You know what I'm saying? I don't preach violence against civilians like that, man. But boy, look, man, the goddamn Eagles beat the Colts barely yesterday, and Sirianni jumped up on the bench and pointed at the crowd and shit. I'm like, sit your ass down.
Yeah, when I see stuff like that, I think about Barry Sanders. When Barry Sanders say, act like you've been there before when you get to the end zone. You could tell Nick Sirianni ain't been here before.
Antoine dropped a dub in the super chat, says, bring it on, fellas, just blowing money.
We appreciate you, Twan.
I ain't blowing money. Cashapp, Voch Lombardi, WS. What is it? WMS.
He's strong with it, man. Even I'll move on my Dak, some things with Dak, but he don't give a damn, man. Zeke, I ain't moving.
Last one, we got Brother Fairley says, if we get Odell, we're scoring more and they will be forced to throw. The pride will eat. Chat, what a day. What a day. I would read just some regular chat numbers, but shit, it's been a day. Actually, I'll read this. We ain't gonna wig it up today. It's been a day. But I will say, Marcus Hardison says, at the volume, that's me and Will still. At the volume, for my Mortal Kombat heads, here you go. An efficient offense, Quan Chi. A technically sound defense, Shang Tsung. Them combined, a deadly alliance. All right, Will.
Outside.
All right. Lions don't see Hogan. We coming for you, fella. Hey, these combined, a deadly alliance. To Marcus Harrison's point, Kellen Moore stayed focused. He didn't need to get smacked upside the head today. So, Special Case says no Black Panther review. I'm tired. There will not be a Black Panther review. But if you subscribe to my Patreon, I'll be over there talking about Black Panther. Patreon.com. bit about it if y'all catch me over there. You know what I mean? If you catch me over there, then we'll talk about it. All right. This is the thing, right? Will Steele didn't go live this morning. Don't ask. Be sure to tune in tomorrow. He'll be there tomorrow. You'll be there tomorrow?
I won't be quite
Well, go on,
there.
tell.
I will be on Facebook, but I will be posting on YouTube to get over to Facebook. Long story, but just be there tomorrow in the morning. There'll be a link for it. We'll explain what happened, and we should be cool by next week. But come on through. We're going to get this. Y'all getting this work regardless. It's happening, man.
So be sure to hang over there. Be sure to follow Will Steele on his social medias because he'll be tweeting it out.
Yeah.
Skywalker Steele on Twitter and his other social medias and things. I'm telling you now, just meet him at Facebook. All 1,000 of y'all, I'm telling you right now, just meet him at Facebook. But still, you know, A to Z's, message tabs and
community tab.
Community tabs. We're gonna update you on everything that you need for the next week or so. And then when you get there, Will tell you what's going on. So that's where you follow him at. Follow me on patreon.com. Follow me on Voch Lombardi on all social media platforms. Then patreon.com/Voch Lombardi. Watch O-Line tonight after I drop the film session for the YouTube. And twitch.tv/Voch Lombardi. I appreciate y'all, man. I love y'all to pieces. This was a Cowboy Victory Monday. Tomorrow will be a Cowboy Victory Tuesday. But don't look for us Wednesday and Thursday because we're going to be with our family. Y'all should be with people that y'all love also. And we'll be right back at this thing tomorrow at 3 something Central. All right. Y'all hold down for the Doski Woski Peace Whiskey. We love y'all. Volume.
Beats Planet.
Need my money, Jay.